Hey everyone, the Dark Knaik is here. The Fabelmans are a Jewish family that lives in New Jersey. One night, Mitzi and Bert take their son Sammy to watch the greatest show on earth. Sammy takes a special interest in action sequences and gets overwhelmed by watching a train crashing scene. This moment of his life begins to shape his fondness for filmmaking, but the domestic troubles of the dysfunctional family frequently interrupts his purpose in life. With time, he understands by working with the cameras that shooting films from different angles gives more exposure and can fetch the heavy consequences. Sometimes you are so successful that it becomes important to let people know that reaching this grand stage and receiving standing ovation comes with a price. Passion for something drives you to difficult paths. There are more chances of refusals and dislikes than acceptance, especially if you are white in the United States of America, but not Christian. Shaming over faith, face, and name was the norm after the Great War because many European immigrants moved to America. I'm not talking about Black history here. That is a separate chapter that highlights extreme racism and cruelty over more than 300 years. Here I'm talking about the Jewish immigrants who faced tough times but later on progressed. The Fabelmans is the latest play from the never-aging artistry of the illustrious career of Steven Spielberg. It is his most personal film to date because Sammy Fabelman is him. The Fabelmans is based on the Spielbergs, where the legendary director opens up in all honesty about his first crush on filmmaking, the parental bridge that collapsed, the choice his parents asked him to make other than filming, and the fire that ignited by distrust, and much more. The Fabelmans are every household that relates their problems with them. It is a drama that points out that the relationship of humans with mistakes is infinite. To waste precious time in regretting something that has passed. It will hurt you all your life, but the passion for something will drive you through it. Because it is a hybrid of psychology and philosophy that when you love something, that begins to construct your life on that. The hubs of agitation and the pains of the troubling past connect with it. And I saw this theory of mine perfectly dramatized in The Fabelmans. As much as Sammy Fabelmans grew on his passion, the subjectivity of life's precious discomforts become more visible in his work. Can you observe what was the turning point of the film? Where did Sammy Fabelman find chutzpah? If we simplify the plot, the family blessed and broke him, Sammy Fabelman, as the story continued to age. But where was the moment when he came to the senses that propelled him to follow his heart like never before? It was when Uncle Boris gave him life lesson. That was a significant moment in Sammy's life. The words that fall from Uncle Boris' mouth were that of Merlin. Whatever he uttered became true in the remainder of the film. Art will give you crowns and laurels on earth, but it will tear your heart out and leave you lonely. You'll be a shanda for your loved ones. Shanda means disgrace. It's a Yiddish word. Kind of lesson only an old-timer can utter. Jude Hirsch has given performance of a lifetime. Imagine the weight of a performance that gets an actor nominated for Oscar, who appears in the film for only 9 minutes. That body language and that mental strength at the age of 87, it's really hard to observe nowadays. The biggest plus of the film being so emotionally deep to the director is that the film doesn't struggle to settle the emotions. In a space of 150 minutes, the story of Fabelmans grows with a meticulous screenplay. The first dinner talk, then the siblings' experimental plays, and then the tornado scene that develops Mitzi's mental showdown that had created doubts for the audience before. Mitzi's nightgown dance on the camping site was so meaningful and highlighted the behavioral attitudes of different characters that actually grew throughout the film from there. Even before the daughter ran to her, we all felt awkward. Sammy discovering the shocking moment in the reel was so hard-hitting. The fluctuation of the mother-son relation was well dramatized. Spielberg dramatized the sudden intensity so perfectly. The mother-son violence sequence was a jaw-dropper. Anti-Semitic bullying scenes at the school were blood-boiling. How helpless a boy can be. I mean, I'm surprised no one took action for that. And those Sam Monica moments were every young spectator's warm sentiments that was building hormones and uncontrollable feelings. Richard Linklater, was that you who directed those Sam Monica scenes, moments? In fact, the entire high school dramatization was so Richard Linklater class. And this is the beauty of Steven Spielberg's direction. The continuity of his dramas perfectly grows on the audience. Reminds me of his old film, The Color Purple. Same style of direction. I want to specially praise the camera work of Janusz Kaminski, legendary cinematographer, who helped in emphasizing the detailing of some critical moments in the film. Like Sammy walking towards his room after his mother hits him, and the zoom shots of Sammy's face when his doubts skyrocket, and when Mitzi is exposed to Sam's discovery in a one-shot, assists the actress to display some incredible fall of emotions. Speaking of actress, Michelle Williams, she has given a stunning performance that has everything an actress requires to exceed our expectations. And if I'm not wrong, she has mostly been like that. Maybe that this is not her best performance, as she has done quite often, but I opine to believe that she is unlucky if she doesn't win an Oscar once again. And I must mention how brilliantly every actor performed. When I say every actor, that means including the young siblings. Look at both the sisters when the parents break the bad news. Seth Rogen, good to see him in quite a different setup. Gabriel Labelle, or is it Labelle? I don't know. It's a very exciting find, and he gives a very impressive performance of Sam Fabelman. I'm not forgetting Paul Dano at all. He's a good actor, but my point is that I didn't find anything about his performance. He was okay, he was good. He was in the whole film, but there was nothing extraordinary about him. A kind of actor he is, he does some really good and challenging roles, but here he was just okay. The Fabelmans is a reminder that successful people fail to leave melancholy behind. The film convinces that struggle and fate are bound together. The wait is pretty long, but if you stick with your passion and stay determined, the opportunity eventually knocks at the door. The film successfully proves that parents do make mistakes, and that too, critical mistakes, and the children mentally suffer. You have to let things go instead of poisoning them for a lifetime. The Fabelmans is an accomplishment in filmmaking. I'll say that The Fabelmans is the best coming-of-age drama or film since Boyhood. I'm Steven Naik.